Back in the AI and ML AWS workshops again, folks, learning quite a bit from these here. Like I said in the last one, these here are free to access. The only thing you will pay for is if you run these on your own AWS account, you will incur the costs of spinning up whatever resources are required to run the workshop. Now, like I said, the one I ran on the last video, generative AI for advertising and marketing, it was less than 20 cents I used. And the one that I've just ran today was the fine-tuning and deploying LLMs, large language models, using SageMaker, Trainium/Infera, and Optimum Neuron from AWS, folks. That cost me approximately $1. And massive amount of knowledge, folks, gained from this. What I would say about this one here was it was pretty much a point-and-click workshop. What it's encouraging you to do is delve into the resources that it introduces to you. For example, SageMaker, and it also introduces you to the Hugging Face platform as well, where a large number of large language models that are pre-trained are there for our use, folks. And it will teach you at a high level, like I said, but what I did was I skimmed over notes in the workshop, and I ended up having to come back again and reread things, because a workshop that should have took an hour probably took an hour and a half, and you could probably complete it in less than an hour if you just wanted to see the actual resources in action. But like I said, the big takeaway is actually reading into things, utilizing them, then breaking them, and you will learn things, folks. All right. This guide basically tells you about the first stage, which is fine-tuning the model, and the resources to do with this file and this file here are available to you as you download it. And you download it basically by following this guide here, folks, which is very well presented, and pretty much run these scripts here whenever you get this far, and it'll give you all the files that you need. And like I said, fine-tuning a model at the start, and then you go on to actually deploy the fine-tuned model utilizing these two files here. And again, a really good walkthrough, talk-through guide, folks. Like we see here, this is the first part to actually go through and fine-tune the model from Hugging Face, and it tells you everything there is to know about it at a high level. All right, and you can actually go in, folks, and utilize this same Python script and same model layout with regards to training, or fine-tuning a large language model, folks, to use it on other ones that you want to explore. So get in there and just muck around with it, break it, share your experiences. The code itself is quite complicated, and you can read through it and you can work out sort of where the bits and pieces are that you need to change. Like I said here, it's all laid out for you, the settings that you need to put into it. But with a bit of investigation, you could start to get more fluent with this. Okay. The longest bit of it was the fine tuning. This here took about 12 minutes. So you can go and grab a coffee whenever it's running up, and it'll tell you when it's completed. And when it's complete, it'll put the resources in an S3 bucket for you. You then go and implement the actual inference, which is utilizing the model that's been fine-tuned to actually run your prompts against. So it just takes you through a guide again on exactly how to do that, set it all up. And the longest bit that took was just down here, folks. This took about 5 minutes. It tells you here as well, it takes 4 to 5 minutes to actually set up the inferentia accelerator part, and after that it's ready to run your prompts against. So I ran the test prompt here, and it gives you exactly what it says on the tin. This was a negative review from this review this person here has written, and it gives you another one, and this one's a positive review. I just copied the prompt here, the review, and I just pasted in my own review, and then I copied the prompt in to give me a positive or negative response based on what I wrote, and it gave me out a negative response, which is exactly what my review contained. So it was interesting just to see it, working. But like I said, it's a point and click workshop, folks. You really need to delve in, read things, and go and implement to actually embed the knowledge. Running this whole workshop in SageMaker was, you didn't need to spin up any EC2 instances. All the blocks of code, that actually did it all for you. And that was a really good thing as well, because yes, there's a lot of information about selecting what EC2s you require for fine tuning and inference, which is given at the prompts. But ideally, like if you just want to get in and see how it works, then you want it to do a bit of the background work for you. But knowing that little bit of knowledge about, how to integrate Hugging Face with AWS, utilizing exactly what it says in here, the Neuron X, NX, that was a little bit of gold. So it was. So I'm looking forward to building upon what I've learned, folks, and just going through some of the other workshops here. Now, there is a new workshop actually added to the list that I see just has came out in the last couple of days. This one here, prompt engineering with Anthropic Claude V3. But just point to note as well, I did try to go in and build an automated video monitoring system utilizing this workshop, but the code to get into the workshop wasn't there. There wasn't a public available access to it. What I would say about this workshop is I see it recently released at a live event you could attend here in Perth, Australia. And I believe that's happening this week or possibly next week, because I've seen a few people that I know are actually going to it. So possibly after it's been released to the general public, then they may give the code in here or give the instructions on how to run it in your own account. All right. But I will work through these, folks. There is an absolute shed load of them here, and that's a shed load of knowledge at your fingertips. If you're lost on how or where to start your journey in artificial intelligence and machine learning, then this place here is a good place to start. Again, levels 200 are the lower tier entry point level ones, and going up to level 400, which are a little bit more technical. But like I said, you could hit a point and click workshop like the one I just did, and it's just a talk through basically, and that was a level 300. Any questions, folks? If you want to like and follow for more, happy for you to do so. Be much appreciated. I will leave this one with you and wish you all the best. Take care and good luck.